I just paid attention. It's TEDxYouth. So why am I standing here? So obviously I got tricked. Is this joke? Let's not make it a joke. So let's learn something from it. Since I haven't taught any single one of you sitting right there, let's learn your lesson 101. Okay, so today we're going to talk about the theme, the cold economics. Is economics really cold or not? Definition. An economist is an expert who will know tomorrow why his predictions yesterday did not happen today. Just like in many people's eyes, economics is not only a joke, but also a cold or even cold-blooded subject, hard to approach and offers no consolation to social stress. Okay, let's go back to the original definition. And I always ask my students at the beginning of the 10th grade, why do you think Angelo chose to teach at SNA? Okay, students' answers always differ. Some would say, okay, Angelo is a loving teacher who cares about his students so much. Anyone think so? Raise your hand. Okay, still I have few, right? That's good news. And we also have some students whose opinions differ a lot, diverge. They think, no, probably not. Angelo is just being self-interested. He wants to make a living out of teaching. Who thinks so? Raise your hand. Excellent, I'm hurt, okay? We're gonna have some conversation later. And economics, let's review the definition, right? You have all learned about it. Economics is about the optimal allocation of scarce resources. And we are facing scarcity every day. The scarcity of resources, the scarcity of time, the scarcity of energy, and the scarcity of money. And how to allocate these resources is the fundamental questions we need to address in economics. And whenever we are facing scarcity, we have to make trade-off. And whenever we are making a trade-off, we have to make the analysis called benefit-cost analysis. I always ask you guys this question too. So if you have the chance, would you go for a romantic relationship in these 3 years? Right? We have 10th graders, we have 11th graders, we have 12th graders. Who think yes? Please raise your hand. If you think you're going to go for a romantic relationship. All right? I see Alex, right? An 8th grader. We're going to have a conversation again tonight. Okay, actually, as your friend, my analysis would be if you can get a lot of happiness from your relationship, and it's not going to affect your study or GPA that much, go for it, right? Because obviously the benefits outweigh the costs. But as school adamant, I would say don't do it because it's against the school rules, right? Miss B is going to catch you, right? So whenever we are applying the methodology of cost-benefit analysis to our reality, it seems economics is becoming cold-blooded. Let's look at this example. Right? So one of my greatest students, he lost his father in an accident in a construction field. He was making a demonstration to other workers, and he fell off the scaffold and lost his life. Unfortunate. And one of the reasons of this accident is the boss of this company refused to upgrade the safety measures in the construction field because the cost of doing so outweigh the compensation offered to the victim's family. This is cold-blooded marginal benefit, marginal cost analysis. But can we blame the manager? Can we blame the boss? I don't think so. This is what economics teach people, right? So who to blame for? Cold-blooded economics. Okay, we also have the second example. You all know this guy, right? In 2008, a big earthquake happened in Wenchuan, Sichuan province. And this guy, his name is Fan Meizhong, and people gave him the nickname Fanpop. Because when the earthquake happened, he just stormed out of the classroom and disappeared in the air, leaving all the kids behind. Really like a rabbit, really quick. And the most shocking thing is later, people ask him the question, did you even have a little bit of regret? His answer is shocking. Why should I be? I'm just making a rational choice. To myself, the most important thing is my life. So I'm going to protect myself no matter what happens. So even it means I have to abandon the kids. Luckily, the kids were unhurt. But can you blame this guy? Apparently not. He's just following the principles of economics. So who to blame for? Again, cold-blooded economics. And this year, it has been really unusual, right? So COVID-19 is still spreading around the world, and this thing, masks, have becoming the center of a lot of people's attention. And when people all need masks, something happened. I told you guys before. It's called price gouging, right? What is price gouging? It means when people are in desperate need of masks to protect themselves, some firms raise the price sky high. They are making a fortune of people's misery. And what's going to happen? The poor people can't afford to buy the masks, which is the most simple way to protect their health. But can you blame the firms? Apparently not. They're just making a rational choice to maximize profits. If we can't blame the firms, the companies, who should we blame? Again, cold-blooded economics. So why do we have to blame economics over and over again? Let's go back to the original assumption of economics. Right? So I haven't told you guys before, actually. We have a fundamental assumption in economics. Man is a rational economic man in economics, which means man is a cold, rational calculator. You can imagine what is a calculator. You input the numbers, it generates the outcome, right? That's a calculator. You don't have any emotions. You don't have any feelings. Whatever you do is to maximize your utility or profits. And let's look at this page. Can you even imagine? This is not from a math book, actually. This is from Advanced Microeconomics. That's really unfortunate. I have no personal opinion against maths because we have math teachers sitting right here. Okay? I have no personal opinion again. But unfortunately, math is gradually taking over the content economics if you learn from introductory level to the advanced level. And if you want to publish papers on top journals, you should always come up with a delicate, beautiful mathematical model. Otherwise, you can never publish your paper. But does it mean economics per se is doomed? Of course not. Otherwise, I won't be standing here, right? Economics is actually on its path of self-correction. We have many new cutting-edge frontiers of economics. For example, behavioral economics, experimental economics, happiness economics, and so on. For example, let's talk about behavioral economics. As you can see, it combines psychology with economics. It takes into account people's feelings, emotions, and it attaches greater value to the lives of human beings. It's unimaginable before, because neoclassical economics only attaches value to the maximization problem. Okay, with this kind of tool, let's re-examine the three examples we just mentioned. Let's go back to the construction field. Do you think the boss can just pay the compensation and leave out of it? Of course not. Of course not. The most efficient, excellent workers will leave this company because they're worried about their safety. And this company is going to lose a lot of partnership if you take into account people's feelings and emotions. We actually have other examples like this construction company. Boeing airline company, you guys all heard about it, right? 波音公司. The several past years have seen many accidents from this company because of its defective components. And it's actually running a calculation of marginal benefit and marginal cost. And Boeing company thinks the cost of divulging this information to the public actually outweighs the cost of compensation, right? So it is reluctant to upgrade all those defective components. But if you choose to ignore the value of life, the market will choose to ignore your behavior, and you will be eliminated. And actually, Boeing is suffering from the greatest loss ever since its founding moment. So the market does respond. Do you think economics is cold? Not exactly, right? Not exactly.